Welcome students. Welcome to the lecture series on oscillation. So in today's class we are going to discuss about damped oscillation. So some introduction, definition and examples. So up till now we have discussed about simple harmonic motion. So actually simple harmonic motion is more or less an ideal case where an oscillator or a vibrator actually oscillates for an infinite time. So in ideal case, an oscillator should keep oscillating for infinite time span. Why? Because the total energy is conserved. So as the time progresses, there is no loss of energy. So since its total energy is conserved, so it should have been oscillated for an infinite time. But what is in the real case? Does in the real case the oscillator oscillates for an infinite time? No. The answer is no. After some time, the oscillator stops. Its amplitude gets reduced as time progresses, and after some time, the oscillatory motion ceases out. So this kind of motion is actually called the damped oscillation. So a damped oscillation is an oscillation in which the amplitude fades away with time. So why does it happen? It happens due to the presence of opposing force or the retarding force such as friction, viscous force, etc. Suppose this is a oscillator, it is oscillating, is a mass spring system. Let's say this is oscillating in a dense medium, let's say in water or glycerin. So what will happen? Its amplitude will reduce with time. So the amplitude A will reduce with time, and after some time it will stop. So this will be the practical example of damped oscillation. So what are others? A swing. When a swing is swinging, it stops after some time. When you play a guitar, so the vibration of the string of a guitar, it also stops after time. If you don't play it again and again, if you just plug the string, and after some time the guitar string will stop. A pendulum in denser medium, less in glycerin or water. So after starting vibration, and after some time that pendulum stops. Okay. So this is actually the basic introduction of damped oscillation. So what we have learned today? We have given some introduction to the damped oscillation, why damped oscillation is important and why it is there in nature, and example of this. Okay, thank you.